Hello, you're welcome to another interesting civic education class with me, Sobahat. We'll be learning about a very interesting topic today titled Youth Empowerment under the theme Emerging Issues. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the concept of youth empowerment, state different youth empowerment skills, list the importance of youth empowerment skills, and practice a specific skill. Every society is made up of both old and young members. The young members of the society are usually seen as the future or the leaders of tomorrow. As leaders of tomorrow, these youths should be empowered with certain skills that will help them to successfully confront the future. One of the most effective ways of empowering or equipping youths for the future is known as youth empowerment schemes. Now, what is youth empowerment? Youth empowerment is a process where children and young people gain certain abilities and skills that help them to contribute to the society positively. These skills help them to contribute both positively and meaningfully to the development of the society as a whole. Youth empowerment can also be defined as those skills and education which could be in the form of formal or informal education that helps youths or young people to be empowered. The leadership of every society should endeavor to equip or empower young people so that they can become responsible and independent members of the society who help to contribute meaningfully to the society. In addition, youth empowerment involves various processes that encourage young members of the society to take control of their lives. This usually comes in form of young people participating in various youth empowerment programs, which could be welding, construction, fashion designing, baking, and so on. These programs usually help young members of the society to learn a trade, a skill, or a profession. Now, what are youth empowerment skills? Youth empowerment skills are skills acquired by young people to help them contribute meaningfully to the society as well as earn a living. Some examples of youth empowerment skills include life coping skills. Life coping skills are also known as survival skills. These skills are skills needed or required for one's daily survival. What does this mean? It means that people need these skills in their daily interaction with other people as well as carrying out various activities in the society. For example, youths need conflict resolution skills in order for them to settle differences peacefully without any violence. Another youth empowerment skill is manipulative skills. Manipulative skills are those skills that help a person to manipulate or alter an object so as to make it beautiful and meaningful. For example, a furniture maker can manipulate or alter a set of wood and turn it into a set of furniture. Some examples of manipulative skills include construction, welding, mining, and so on. Going on, intellectual skills is another example of youth empowerment skill. Intellectual skills are those skills that enable a person to comprehend and organize data or information accurately. For example, critical thinking and problem solving are intellectual skills needed by youths so that they'll be able to make the right decisions when they are confronted with certain situations. Next, communicative skills. First, what is communication? Communication is the process by which people exchange meaningful information. Now let's talk about communicative skills. Communicative skills involve the ability of a person to send receive, and understand different kinds of information. Listening skills, non-verbal communication skills, and speaking skills are some examples of communicative skills. The last skill we're looking at in this class is artistic skills. These skills require the use of imagination, talent, and ability to create different kinds of work. For example, a painter creating a beautiful image is quite artistic, isn't it? Other examples of artistic skills include fashion designing, makeup, music composition, and so on. We've learned about what youth empowerment is, and we've also learned about the different types of youth empowerment skills. Now, let's look at the importance of youth empowerment skills. Youth empowerment contributes meaningfully and positively to the development of any society. Some importance of youth empowerment skills are: 1. Poverty eradication. What is poverty? Poverty is a state of lack or want. This means a situation where a person or a group of people are in lack or want. Then, what is poverty eradication? Poverty eradication involves the use of certain measures that are carried out so as to lift people permanently out of poverty. Youth empowerment skills usually help people to gain certain skills that enable them to be gainfully employed and further gives them a means of livelihood. This helps to drastically reduce the poverty level as well as eradicate poverty from the society. Reduced crime rates is another importance of youth empowerment skills. What is crime? Crime refers to punishable offenses that are considered to violate laid down laws of the land. Some examples of crime include armed robbery, kidnapping, and so on. Youth empowerment skills keep youths and young people busy in various activities that help to make their lives better as well as contribute positively to the society. This helps to keep them away from indulging or committing crime. Another importance of youth empowerment skills is employment creation. What is employment? Employment is a state where a person who is willing and able to work finds work to do. For example, Mr. Emeka, who just learned how to bake bread, opens a bread baking business and in turn employs other people to join him in the business. Here, job creation or employment creation has occurred. The last importance we'll be looking at in this class is developed economy. Youth empowerment helps to develop the economy of any society or country. Empowered youths either start a business of their own or work with other organizations. This helps them to earn a living and in turn pay their taxes to the government. This helps in the development of the economy of the country. Having said all this, now let's practice a skill.
Hello friends, my name is Eze. Last week, my parents sent me to a bakery to learn how to make bread. Mom says she wants me to be empowered. Maybe sometime in the nearest future, I might own a bakery. Will you also love to learn how to bake bread? I know you also want to be empowered. Let's meet Mr. Ade. He is a baker and he owns the biggest bakery in my estate. Hello, Mr. Ade. Can you show me how to bake bread?
Sure. Remember, I'm a baker. Baking is something I love doing. I also love teaching young people how to bake so that they can become great bakers as well. Come over here as I show you the procedure for bread baking. To bake bread, you will need the following utensils and ingredients: The utensils needed include measuring cups, measuring spoons, and a mixing bowl. The ingredients with the required measurements needed include 2 cups of warm water, 6 cups of flour, half cup of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of active dry yeast, 1.5 tablespoons of salt, and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Note that this recipe gives 2 yummy loaves of bread. The procedure for bread making are as follows. Step 1. In a large mixing bowl, dissolve 1 tablespoon of sugar in warm water. Then stir in yeast. Allow to proof until the yeast mixture looks like a creamy foam substance. Leave for 5 minutes. This is called proofing the yeast to check if it is good. Note, if it doesn't have the creamy foamy look, abort mission. Then get a better yeast and repeat the process. Step 2. Mix the remaining sugar, salt and oil into the yeast. Then mix in the flour. Do the mixing 1 cup at a time. Step 3. Knead the dough for 10 minutes. Then place the kneaded dough in a well-oiled bowl. Turn the dough in the well-oiled bowl so as to coat the dough. Cover the dough in the bowl with a damp cloth. Leave covered for 1 hour. This is to allow it to rise until it is double in size. Next, punch the already risen dough for 1 minute. Then divide it in half and shape into 2 greased loaf pans. Allow to rise again for 30 minutes. Now let's bake the bread dough in the oven. Let it bake for 40 minutes. The bread is now well baked.
This looks yummy.
Yes, but we have to let it get cool.
Really? What do we do when it cools down?
When cool, brush the bread with butter. Then slice the bread and enjoy.
This bread is so yummy. Thank you for showing me the procedure for baking bread.
You are welcome, Easy. I hope with this you can now start a mini bread bakery.
Sure, Mr. Ade.
Having said all this, we've come to the end of this lesson. But before we go, let's take a quick recap on all that we've learned so far. We learned that youth empowerment is a process where children and young people gain abilities and skills that help them contribute positively to society. We also learned that youth empowerment skills are skill sets acquired by young people to enable them earn a living or contribute meaningfully to society. Furthermore, we learned that some youth empowerment skills include life coping skills, manipulative skills, intellectual skills. Finally, we learned about some importance of youth empowerment skills, which include poverty eradication, reduced crime rates, and employment creation. Now, let's take a few questions to test our knowledge of all that we've learned in this lesson. Question 1. Youth empowerment is A. A process where young people gain skills to cause chaos in the society. B. A process where young people gain skills and contribute positively to society. C. A process where children and young people get power to cope and work. Or D. A process where people learn to handle objects wrongly. The correct answer is B. A process where young people gain skills and contribute positively to society. Question 2. One importance of youth empowerment skills is A. Increased unemployment rates. B. Increase in crime rates. C. Economic decline. Or D. Poverty eradication. The correct answer is D, poverty eradication. I hope you now know the meaning of youth empowerment and its importance. Thanks for being part of my class. Hope to see you next time. Bye.